Most parents are doing everything right. The reading apps, the educational YouTube channels, the flashcards, the carefully chosen toys. And if that sounds like you, this isn't a video that's going to tell you to stop. It's a video that's going to show you something those tools can't give your child, no matter how well designed they are. Because here's what the research is revealing. The skills that will matter most for children in 2026 and beyond are not academic skills. They're not memorization. They're not even reading speed. They are something quieter, something that happens in ordinary moments, and most parents are already closer to building them than they realize. Researchers at Harvard University's Center on the Developing Child have spent decades studying what actually predicts a child's long-term success in school, but not in life. And what they found might surprise you. It's not IQ. It's not early literacy. It's a set of foundational learning skills that grow through connection, conversation, and the kinds of interactions that cost nothing at all. They call it the architecture of learning, and today we're going to walk through the 7 skills that sit at the heart of it. Not because you've been missing something, but because once you see it, really see it, you'll never look at an ordinary Tuesday afternoon with your child the same way again. Picture this. It's a Wednesday morning. You're making breakfast, and your 4-year-old is sitting at the kitchen table trying to open a container of yogurt. They're pulling at the lid, getting frustrated, and then they stop. They look at it from a different angle. They try again, and then they get it open, and they look up at you with that expression. That one, you know the one. What just happened in that moment wasn't just yogurt. That was skill number 1, persistence through difficulty. The technical term is effortful control, the brain's ability to stay engaged with a problem even when it's uncomfortable. And it is being built or weakened dozens of times a day in moments exactly like that one. Every time a child is allowed to sit with a small frustration just long enough to work through it, the prefrontal cortex, the part of the brain responsible for focus, decision-making, and self-regulation, is being quietly strengthened. This isn't about letting your child struggle alone. It's about being present without rushing in. And that instinct you have to watch, to wait, to let them try, that instinct is already doing something important. Skill number 2 is equally invisible, equally powerful, flexible thinking. This is a child's ability to shift their approach when something isn't working. In 2026, with a world that changes faster than any curriculum can keep up with, this skill matters more than almost anything a classroom can teach. And it grows in play, unstructured, open-ended, slightly messy play, where there is no right answer and no adult directing the outcome. Here's where the science gets genuinely surprising. Most people assume that academic readiness, knowing letters, numbers, shapes, is the strongest predictor of how well a child will do in school. It feels logical. But a landmark study by Dr. Megan McClelland at Oregon State University followed children from preschool into their 20s and found something different. The children who thrived, academically, socially, and professionally, were not necessarily the ones who entered school knowing the most. They were the ones with the strongest self-regulation skills, the ability to pay attention, to manage impulses, to persist through difficulty. What stunned researchers was the gap these skills created over time. Children with strong self-regulation at age 4 were significantly more likely to graduate high school, hold steady employment, and report higher well-being as adults. And here is the part that matters most for every family watching this. These skills are not fixed at birth. They are not determined by income, by neighborhood, or the school your child attends. They are built through relationship, through routine, through the ordinary texture of daily life with a caring adult. You don't need a program. You don't need a subscription. You need to know what to look for. And now you're starting to.
In the 1990s, a researcher named Dr. Edward Tronick at the University of Massachusetts conducted an experiment that changed the way developmental scientists think about learning. It's called the still face experiment, and if you've never seen it, it is one of the most quietly powerful things ever recorded on video. Here's what happened. A mother sits across from her baby, maybe 8 or 9 months old. They're playing. The baby's laughing, pointing, reaching out. The mother is responding, mirroring, smiling back. The connection between them is almost visible. You can feel it through a screen. Then the researchers ask the mother to do something simple. Go still. No expression, no response, just a blank face. Within seconds, the baby notices. She tries to re-engage her mother, smiling harder, pointing, reaching out. When nothing comes back, she turns away. She tries again. Still nothing. And then something shifts. Her whole body changes. Her shoulders drop. She starts to fuss, then cry. In under 2 minutes, without a single harsh word or frightening event, the baby is in distress, simply because the connection was removed. And then the mother smiles again. She leans in. Within moments, the baby begins to recover. The lesson here is not about blame. It is not about the moments you were distracted or tired or on your phone, because every parent has those moments, and they are normal and human and okay. The lesson is about what the research calls the primary engine of learning, felt safety through connection. A child who feels securely connected to a caregiver is neurologically more available to explore, to try, to fail, and to try again. Connection is not a soft skill. It is the foundation every other skill is built on. So here are 3 things you can start today. Not because you've been doing it wrong, but because small and intentional always beats expensive and complicated. Step 1. Narrate the ordinary. When you're driving, cooking, folding laundry, talk through what you're doing and why. Not in a teaching voice, just out loud, naturally. I'm trying to fit everything in this bag and it's not working, so I'm going to try a different way. That kind of thinking out loud models flexible thinking and persistence in real time. Your child's brain is recording it. Step 2. Pause before you solve. The next time your child hits a small obstacle, a tricky zip, a puzzle piece that won't fit, or a tower that keeps falling, wait 10 seconds before stepping in. Just be near, be calm. Let them feel that you believe they can handle it. That pause, repeated across hundreds of ordinary moments, builds the neural pathways for persistence more effectively than any structured activity designed to do the same thing. Step 3. Name what you see. When your child tries something hard and doesn't give up, say it back to them specifically. Not "good job," but "I noticed you kept trying even when that was frustrating." That's the kind of thinking that helps you learn anything. That specific reflection builds a child's internal identity as a learner. And identity, researchers now know, is one of the strongest predictors of long-term academic resilience. No app does this. No toy does this. No subscription box, no matter how beautifully designed, can look your child in the eyes after a moment of struggle and say, "I see you. I believe in you. Keep going." That is yours to give, and it is more powerful than anything money can buy. You are already doing more than you know. These moments are already happening in your home. This video is simply helping you see them for what they are.
Somewhere in your home today, there will be a small moment. Maybe it's your child sitting on the floor, working out how to stack something that keeps falling. Maybe it's a question they ask in the car that you weren't expecting. Maybe it's just a look they give you when they finally figure something out. That quiet, private pride that crosses their face before they even think to share it with you. These moments are not interruptions to learning. They are learning. And they were always there. You just know how to see them now. The fact that you're here,
that you watch this, that you wanted to understand not just what to do, but why it matters. That tells your child something, even if they'll never know you watched this video. It tells them they have a parent who takes their development seriously enough to keep learning. And it tells you something too, about the kind of parent you are quietly, steadily becoming. If this gave you something useful today, a new way of seeing an ordinary moment, a small shift in how you'll respond the next time your child hits a wall, consider subscribing to Child Growth Channel. Every week, we translate the latest child development research into practical, grounded insights you can actually use. No overwhelm, no guilt, just science made warm and human and real. And if this video helped you, a like goes a long way. It helps other parents find this content at exactly the moment they need it, which is exactly why you found it today. Learning isn't something that happens to your child. It happens between you.